Good morning, good afternoon, good day, whatever time you're viewing this. This is the overview for week number 8. If you can believe it, we're nearly halfway through the semester. In this particular week, after having focused on hotel management, hotel development, room operations, food and beverage operations, and then freestanding restaurant business and operations, we're shifting to managed services. Managed services is one of the little known parts of hospitality. And I say that because when I talk about it, you'll know it, but you didn't really probably correlate that managed services falls under the hospitality realm. So think about when you have gone to an airport, perhaps, and visited a concession inside the airport and took a flight and had some in-flight food. Think about all of the different ways that you experienced hospitality. In the airport concession stand, that's certainly one opportunity for managed services. In the airplane, the food that you received was, or purchased, I should say, however it goes these days in flights, is hospitality. And you might be thinking, well, Lisa, that has to do with travel. So of course, I understand that that's about hospitality, but this service of providing food to industries or businesses that don't otherwise have food as part of their normal operation is really what managed services is about. And so think about your school experience. And this class is online, but if you have other classes where you are on campus, you may have had an opportunity to visit the food and beverage offerings near the bookstore. If you've gone to a college football game, you might have had concession stand food. When you were in grade school, middle school, junior high, high school, there was a cafeteria service there as well. So managed services, it falls under all of these buckets. So the different segments that utilize managed services can be in airplanes and airports and all levels of education, from elementary school all the way up to university. And then there's also business and industry. So think about Google and Facebook and some of these big campuses that have to offer dining options to their employees. And that's not part of their main business function. So they would typically contract that business out to a provider or a catering company, something like that, that specializes in that. Then you think about, and great weekend of sports events, but you think about professional sports, either at Oracle, where the San Francisco Giants play, or Levi Stadium, where the 49ers play, and think to yourself, who provides the food and beverage in these experiences? And it is an interesting notion to think about, that all of these different areas do require managed services, or for the contractor of the venue or building or company to reach out to purveyors and say, who wants to come and manage the food service in my particular business? So I hope that this is going to open your eyes a little bit to a different part of what it means to work in hospitality. I'll tell you that sometimes it can be a little bit more of a favorable career path, because perhaps the hours are a little bit more working with your particular lifestyle, thinking about, a Google building probably is not going to be open on weekends or evenings, whereas hotels and restaurants, have more of a 24-hour feel, or certainly weekends. The other part of it is that in managed services, also think about the National Park Services and running Yosemite, and for people who are looking to match their career with maybe some of their hobbies and interests. And so, being a park ranger or working in food service in some of these settings in our national park services might be an avenue that's very attractive. So not only in this particular week will you think about managed services in a way of just learning basically what that is, but also perhaps exploring it as a potential career path. I've mentioned several times food and beverage because that's primarily what managed services offers. However, there are engineering contracts or facility maintenance contracts or cleaning contracts or concierge services that all can be contracted out to some of these managed services companies to be able to offer their services. So in this week, you do have some reference material that I've posted. You also have a great material in chapter 8 of the book to be able to gain a little bit more understanding of the dynamics. You'll have an activity to look at a couple of pages, two of the bigger companies, Aramark and Sodexo, that do provide these managed services. Spotlight on those two companies. There's certainly a lot more in the Bay Area as well. And then looking forward, we'll have a tourism assignment as well. So I hope that you have a great week. And should you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly or visit me in office hours on Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Thank you.